Hello. Welcome back to Tribal Council for Venus Week. Woo, the best. Let's just get a little rundown. So, Thomas, you were the only person last week besides Trace to receive votes, and you only received two, but that's still two votes. So, what is that? Just run through the aftermath of last tribal.
Well, I've been busy, so I don't know what the aftermath was. But I know even this week, despite the duos twist, my name is still coming up because quote unquote inactive. But yeah, hopefully everything is much better for me this week because now I got a more free schedule.
Nice. So Timmy, what have you been? What was the aftermath like for you?
I mean, it was a pretty straightforward vote, so not much. There wasn't drama involved with it because I guess only one person was left out of it. So pretty standard stuff, normal,
Nice.
easy.
Okay. So that brings us to the duos week. So Corey, how has the duos week affected the strategy around this whole week and this game?
I think the duos week and twist is interesting. I think it kind of makes you do detours, maybe to get to your targets, and maybe your initial targets, if you have one, you won't target because they're paired up with someone that you don't want to target or something. You also have to think about who's coming back and who's going to be pissed at you after retrograde. So I think that kind of comes into play with a decision.
Oh, and first of all, congratulations on immunity. So how does having immunity and knowing that this is probably going to be a little bit more stressful than the past couple tribals, but you are immune. So how are you working this tribal?
Yeah. I'd originally say having immunity doesn't really mean too much other than that you're safe. I think we've seen it doesn't necessarily give you more power, but in a week where there's literally only 6 choices to vote for, not being one of them is super important. And I don't think necessarily it made me feel any differently about the vote or anything other than the fact that I have more options because I'm the one that's off the table, I guess.
Colin, how about you? You came off of immunity last week, and now you're vulnerable this week. So how does that make you feel with tribal council?
Well, I wish I had immunity, but I don't. I wish everyone should hope they have immunity, but this time it'll probably be easier to know where I stand in the tribe, depending on because last time I had no clue if I would have been voted out if I didn't have immunity, but this time I'm able to tell, Jeff. But if I survive, then I survive.
Nice. So, Minor, Colin brought up an interesting point of being able to tell where he stands in the tribe after this vote. So how much of this round being with a partner, how indicative of your place in the tribe is this vote, and how much of it is more just strategy and really trying to get someone out or make a big move or something and less opposed to your social standings within the game?
So I feel like you have you need to sorry. Yeah, I think you have to be. It's interesting because you are paired with someone, so you have it's double because you guys could both talk to people and see. But then also there's some people what if they want the your partner gone, you might just be sacrificed. So yeah, it's been interesting. So it does affect some strategy because maybe you like one person but not the other. So you have to just weigh in all the options, the pros and cons, and everything.
Nice. And Devin, so there's a lot of pros and cons. So obviously, thinking about duos, first of all, is hard. But then there's also retrograde to think about. So how's that playing into strategy this week?
Well, retrograde is obviously going to be in play. So you want to put somebody in that, I mean, the decision's hard in the first place, just because, like, Colin kind of mentioned it, but I actually think it's a little bit harder to tell where you stand after this week because you have to kind of question: Am I here because people want to be here with me, or do people save me because they like my partner? So, I mean, I think there's actually some questions, and then if you do get voted out and you go to retrograde and you come back, it's, did they vote me off or they vote my partner off, or was it really just both of us weren't wanted on obviously in the game anymore? But yeah, so that's how I feel it fits in for me.
Nice. So retrograde's another big thing, and so thanks for talking about that. And so first of all, congratulations on making the top half of this game, everyone. It's been a little bit, but congratulations. That being said, we've gone through a whole half of a cast without a single idle play or advantage play this whole game. So Timmy, what do you make of that?
I don't know. That's scary. What's this like? You try finding an idol in that shit. That's difficult. And trying to remember to do it. Oof. That grid is gigantic. You don't know if you gotta hit like one thing. It's like, oh, it's a tiny boat, woohoo, or like a whole battleship. Like you gotta do it 4 days in a row. Make sure you're hitting the right spot. So that's like a whole last week adventure, and that's like a week-long adventure, and that's just a lot. So someone has to have a lot of motivation to even get an idol. So that's why I think we haven't seen one, but it is nerve-wracking.
So Corey, there's like common wisdom says that there's got to be some idol or advantage out there somewhere. Like someone just like probably has found one at this point. So how do you prepare for this tribal, knowing that it's very possible that in a stressful situation like this, an idol could come out?
I mean, definitely the idol is like the existence of aliens. Like we haven't seen one, but we know it's there, probably. All you can do is, I guess, for the best. You can pray, but another 6 votes. It's pretty hard to prepare for at this point. But otherwise, I think you can just do your best to have a backup plan.
Nice. So Colin, as Corey's partner, who just said you need to have a backup plan, have you and Corey been thinking about like backup plans and backup of backups and backups and like going down the list? Like how far do you think of like alternate scenarios at this point in the game?
Like in relation to like an idol, or
like anything, like if this happens then this, and if this someone says this then we do this, and then like plan A, B, C, D, E, F.
Well, you always got to have your plan A, and a good plan A always has a plan B, so I guess.
How important is going to be like making like more and more backup plans as this game goes on?
Backup plans would be helpful moving on down the line, because like say you get caught into a sticky situation after one vote and you might need to rely on your backup plan to make it further in the game.
Nice. Thomas, do you have backup plans going on this tribal? Okay, Minor, do you have backup plans going on this tribal?
Okay, I'm here. Something happened in my headphones.
Just kidding. We're back to Thomas. Okay.
What was the question again, my man?
Do you have backup plans going into this vote, going off of like what people have been talking about with backup plans?
Nope.
Okay, so then how are you making sure that your first, primary, and only plan is the one that happens tonight?
I've just been listening to people.
Have you been...
I've been busy. I can't socialize a lot.
Okay, just explain how listening to people makes your plan go through.
Well, as long as it's not me, I'm good.
So I'm assuming it's not you, because if it was, is that a correct assumption?
I have no clue what's going on, Monty.
I thought you've been listening this whole time. What have you learned from listening?
I got preoccupied with other stuff. I'm doing stuff on my laptop right now. Like, yeah, I'm busy right now.
Okay,
Sorry.
what have you heard today? You said you've been listening today. What have you heard? What have you learned?
I've only heard stuff about vote today from other people, and that's it.
Okay, so not you, like you said.
I've,
Did you say that?
I've heard nothing about me, to be honest.
Okay. Do you think you know who is actually going?
I have no clue. Anything can happen in this game.
What about you, Madison? How confident are you that you're on the right side of the numbers?
Say that again. Sorry.
How confident are you that you're on the right side of the numbers this week?
I not at all. I guess I don't know. I feel like I never know with this game, which is I feel about most games, honestly, but especially this one. I don't know. I feel like it could go anyway. I feel like I have a general idea of how it is gonna go, but I also am not sure.
Nice. So, Devin, how up in the air is this tribal council at this point?
I think we've seen a pattern. I think the closest vote was 4-3 when Renee went home, and after that, there was one vote that was 2 votes off, but everything else has been pretty unanimous. From what I got today, there was mainly just one vote that was going around. But as Madison said, you never know with this game what's going to happen. But things have been going pretty similar to other days, so we'll see what happens.
Nice. And Owen, what is, on that final note, what is one thing that everyone should remember when voting tonight?
I don't know. This game is just stressful because everyone talks about things and everyone's paranoid, but nothing ever happens. You can be so fucking stressed out up until tribal, and then the vote's near unanimous. But there's two things. One is that nearly every time I think the person who's left is almost always blindsided, even if they're the only person not knowing about it. And two, there's only so much that can go on for in this game. I think the reason that it's getting more and more stressful every time is that the longer we go with close to unanimous votes, the closer we get to something that's going to shake things up or be just a big thing. And I don't know if that's going to be tonight, but it's coming soon. So I don't know. Just do what you want, but I'm stressed, and I hope everyone else is stressed too, because Survivor's stressful.
All right. And not have ended it better than that. So you guys all know the drill. Countdown from 10. When I reach 0, your votes will be locked. You have until then to cast or change your vote. If you change your vote, both you and your partner have to confirm the vote change in the time. So let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll go get the votes, and we have Alyssa to keep you guys company.
Hi.
Greetings, Jeff.
Hi.
Hola.
Greetings, Colin.
How are you tonight, Alyssa?
I'm pretty good. I have an interview tomorrow, so that's fun.
Wait,
Oh, good luck. For what?
I'm looking to get a promotion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
Make more money so that I can save more for med school.
Does Jeff Probst not pay you or something?
No, he doesn't. Not nearly
Sad.
enough.
Proud of you, Mom.
Come on,
Thank
shake your body,
you.
baby, do the conga. You can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, do the conga.
Wouldn't it have been great if we all picked a hobby that made us money instead of this?
Yeah, like a job.
Right?
I mean,
Well, I have a
there's
job on top of
some
this.
games where you get money.
Yeah, Survivor, you can get money off that. Just gotta win and get $1 million.
I mean, you still get pretty good money even if you don't win.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
Yeah, I
my
think you just make like 50,000 just for being on the jury.
Oh, goals. Let's
My
let's
thing is
almost double it in
$1
making
million ain't that much for all of like the hell you would have to endure being on Survivor. Like as much as I love playing this, like from the comfort of my own home, like I would be miserable on a fucking island. Absolutely not.
I would be so down.
We'll go on the island.
Kind of want to go.
Big Brother, I would love. I would love to actually play Big Brother, but
Oh my god, there's somebody that's on like an org I'm in that's actually works for CBS and works for Big Brother. I'm not even joking about this.
Can you give me his contact details?
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, that's
Find out what org that is. Find out what org that is, and that's all you need to know. You'll just have to look on the contestant profiles.
I'm shaking. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Big Brother would definitely be better than Survivor, except it's if you do it like so freaking long, and you get so bored. But I guess Survivor you'd get bored too. At least Big Brother you can eat food.
I feel like it'd be
Usually, at least.
Yeah, exactly. Like Big Brother is like still in a house. Like you're still in like it's like glamping as opposed to like
Glamping? Yeah, you're right.
like Survivor's like on an island. Like your girl ain't eating bugs. Like that's all I have to say about that.
And I like the format better of Big Brother, personally.
No, I agree.
I love Big Brother.
No, I agree.
I flopped in the first ever Big Brother org I did.
Can't relate.
I got 9th.
I won the first Big Brother org I played.
Me too.
Yeah, I
I
know.
flopped in Big Brother. I flopped in Big Brother.
Do you know?
You can ask the
Corey, do
second
you
one
know
about.
that I got second?
Yes,
How did you know that? Wow.
because you're a clown.
Yeah, because someone always had the one up you.
Oh.
Okay,
That took a turn.
I'm back.
Damn it! I was enjoying that conversation.
We can continue it after the vote.
Yes, you can. And I have the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Well, from Beyond the Grave, Ian stands, and he plays this. This is a topaz idol, and this idol has special powers that instead of just canceling all of the votes cast against him and Devin, it takes all the votes cast against him and Devin and turns them into the vote that him and Devin have also cast. So that's one. And Matt also stands and plays this. This is the solar idol. This is just a regular hidden immunity idol powers. So yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. All right. Let us get to the votes. First vote. Devin and Ian. Does not count. Second vote. Devin and Ian. Does not count. Third vote. Devin and Ian. Does not count. Fourth vote. Devin and Ian. Does not count. Fifth vote. Devin and Ian. Does not count. Sixth vote. Matt and Kate. Does not count. Seventh vote. Matt and Kate. Does not count. Eighth vote. Matt and Kate. Does not count. Ninth vote. Matt and Kate. Does not count. 10th vote. Matt and Kate. Does not count. And the 16th and 17th people voted out of Tumblr Survivor Kuwait will be decided in a revote. The last vote is for Matt and Kate.
I'm shook.
That means no votes have counted at this tribal council. Everyone, your revotes are due as soon as possible. Madison and Owen have immunity. Ian and Devin are immune from the Topaz Idol, and Matt and Kate are immune from their idol. So that means Corey and Cullen, Minor and Timmy, and Thomas and Chips are the only duos that you can vote for. Everyone, your votes are due as soon as possible.
typing commences.
Does anyone else feel like they're going bald in this moment?
I'm trying to still
I'm
collect
already
what
there.
happened.
Yeah, I'm already there. So
This must be what Survivor Tribal Council is like when they're not filming.
You do have a point.
They all pull out their laptops and start typing to each other.
Yeah, when you start to Snapchat during Tribal Council.
All right. Well,
Ooh, Jeff's back.
that can all come to an end because I have the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. People voted out will be asked to leave the chat immediately. I will read the votes. First vote, Corey and Cullen. Second vote, Thomas and Chips. Third vote, Corey and Cullen. Fourth vote, Thomas and Chips. That's 2 votes Thomas and Chips, 2 votes Corey and Cullen, 2 votes left. Fifth vote, Corey and Cullen. And the 16th and 17th people voted out of Tumblr Survivor Kuwait, Corey and Cullen. Corey and Cullen, the tribe has spoken. You have both been sent to retrograde, and one of you will be returning to the game tomorrow. So for now, grab your stuff and head on out. It is time for you to go. All right. Well, after several unanimous votes, this one didn't really change the pattern a whole lot, but the craziness level did change in a big way. All of you guys can go recuperate from what just happened, head on back to camp. You guys will have the day off for retrograde. I suggest you use it. Good night, everyone.